It's a brand new day.
Oh.
Whoa! Oh my god!
What's up, Lucky Gamers? It's Lucky Lux. Now, a lot of people kept asking me for a guide in my Discord, so here we are. I know I haven't made a character guide in a long time, but y'all can thank the Discord for this. So we're going to talk about the 6-star star character, Flutterpage, who honestly is a very strong character, which is why I am happy to make this one. Mine I've kept at P0, and she's been very, very useful on my account. I know some people have been asking about the P1 and everything, but honestly, she is a great character at P0, and we'll be able to show off a little bit of that power today. All right, so let's go over her kit before we get into looking at a showcase for her. I'm going to go over her insights, and then we'll go over the skills. So after an ally takes an action, Flutterpage gains 1 stack of Gust, which lasts 3 rounds. At the start of the round, Flutterpage gains a corresponding force field based on the number of Gust stacks. Removing all other force fields, gains Paper Parade at 5 or more stacks. Gains Wave of Sheets at 15 or more stacks, and gains Adieu Mother Earth at 25 or more stacks. Attack plus 5% when you enter battle. Max Eureka plus 2. After attacking, grants Eureka plus 2 to self. When entering battle, grants Moxie plus 2 to self. And gained 10 stacks of Gust for 2 rounds. Special effects. Gust. It's a positive status. At the start of the round, Flutterpage adjusts her force field based on her Gust stacks and removes other fields. Paper Parade applies to all allies, which additionally, reality damage caused by Flutterpage when attacking deals an additional 15% reality damage with an additional 15% to the main target. During extra actions, spend 2 Eureka for Flutterpage and deal 15% reality damage with an additional 15 to the target. Wave of Sheets applies to all allies with additionally, it basically keeps scaling up, and this is where she adds attack damage and Genesis increased by 2%, and then Adieu applies to all allies, which is seeing relay damage caused by Flutterpage when attacking, deals extra damage. It's the last part here. This attack damage and Genesis damage increased by 2% always lands a critical hit with additional damage and Genesis damage equal to the character's crit rate times critical damage minus 100%. So basically, like, you want to get her to Adieu Mother Earth. So you want to get her to 25 stacks, right? And this is after an ally takes an action. So characters that do follow-ups and stuff like that can help her out. So you want to have a team that has full of extra actions. That way you can try to keep her at 25 or more. Okay. That is the best way I can just tell you, is just have an extra action team. So anybody who does that can really help her out. Okay. For her passive. Let's look at her ult. Self-channel recovers all Eureka, converts all own incantations to regards from the sky, and casts them all if available. Enter the A Dream That Never Grows Old status for 3 rounds. Cannot gain Moxie while channeling. So you can't like storage any Moxie or anything like that. With Tuesday, for her, she is just going to be in this channel state. And she's going to be casting a bunch of like AoE attacks. A Dream That Never Goes Old channel. At the start of the round, restores all Eureka, converts its incantation in regards from the sky to cast as much as possible. At the end of the round, cast regards from the sky. When channeling ends, grants Moxie plus 1, 2, or 3 based on the current Gust force field. Cannot gain Moxie during channeling. Regard from the Sky is a mass attack that deals 40% reality damage to all enemies. Deals an additional 40% reality damage to the main target. And it's a really nice attack. Honestly, I've gotten up to like 3 or 4 just having a lot of her cards, right, that he converted. So if you're trying to make her, I guess, like do a lot more damage, you could try to pull more cards for her because she'll convert them. It's pretty cool, honestly. It's really, really cool. Knock Knock. It's a mass attack that deals 150% reality damage to 2 enemies. Grants 2 stacks of Gust to self for 3 rounds. At the start of the round, and Gust, at the start of the round, Flutterpage adjusts her force field based on her Gust stacks, removes other force fields, can stack up to 50 times. So you can definitely get this up pretty high. This, unfortunately, no matter how high the level the card is, you won't get more Gust stacks from it. And then Cotton Kite, which is honestly the highlight of her kit, if you're just using her passively. Basically, this gives you continuous action. This is also only going to be for 1 round at P0. It gives you AP plus 1 for 1 round. A lot of people like the portrait because this gives it 2 rounds for the P1. The P1 definitely makes it a lot better, but I kept mine at P0 and the character is still okay. But of course, like if you want to do the P1, you can. It'll truly give you 5 AP, because like you can use it, and then the next turn you can actually like, you know, use 5 AP, and then like you can do like an every other turn, or one turn you actually truly can use 5 AP. Because otherwise it's like you'll give yourself 5 AP, but then the next turn you won't. So you'll only have it like like once every other turn. So it just gives it a little bit of quality of life, basically. So let's look at the character on my account. All right, and so I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown of stats and everything like I have for her. So she's at 1676 attack. We have 60% crit rate and 204% crit damage, a little bit of damage bonus, right? These are really solid stats. She's only sitting at R10. So if we pushed the resonance a little higher, she'd have better stats, right? But I kept her here. I haven't even changed her over to a little bit stronger of a plan yet, because I just haven't had time to get the mats because I'm doing Euphoria stuff. But if we were to push your stats, you get a little bit more crit rate out of it, right? A little bit of crit damage, not crit damage, but we get a little bit of incantation might out of it. This is kind of her best plan to use her with, and this is how I have her laid out. That way we can get the stats here. When it comes to Psychube, I'm using her own. I have this amp 5 because Flutterpage is a character that I use quite a bit. I know a lot of people don't really like to use their gluttonies, but Flutterpage is a character where if you're keeping her low portrait P0 like I have mine, the Psychube is going to be the like best way to amp that up, honestly. And I truly believe that. The Psychube, for those who are wondering what it does, I do have it pulled up here. And those who are wondering if the Psychube is actually good, so the Psychube does is when the carrier attacks while channeling, the attack gains penetration rate plus 14%. For each extra action, critical damage increases by 6%, stacking up to 3 times with one stack removed at the end of the round. When the carrier at the level 5, when the carrier attacks, is a 28%, and then the crit damage increases by 12%, stacking up to 3 times. So you'll get 36% crit damage and also 28% penetration rate while she's in her ult form, which is pretty nice. She gets pretty powerful for me, especially when just doing like regular stages where enemies are pretty tanky. I like it. It gives her that extra crit damage to put her at like 240%. That's pretty high. It's pretty dang high. But let's go ahead and show her off in a team. When it comes to like showing her like best teammates, honestly, it's going to be people who do follow up. Like you can put her with Anjo Nala. You can put her with 37, of course. You can put her with Fatutu is going to be coming out. The new limited character. You also have just anyone who does follow up. Lilia, J and Z, right? All of those characters, all of those teams, they have extra actions. Like they are going to love Flutterpage. In my opinion, Flutterpage is, oops, that's spoilers showing this character. In my opinion, Flutterpage is just a really strong character. Most of our accounts are going to have follow-up, right? So to not have her on your account, I feel like would be a disservice to yourself. Please pull for her. Please pull for her. Like she does so much extra damage and contributes a lot to the team. Okay. Anyways, guys, let me know down in the comment section if you pulled for her. If you are pulling for her, what portrait you're getting, or if you're not getting any portraits and how excited you are to use her. But I'm Lucky Lux, and you Lucky Gamers have a good one. Lucky Lux out. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and show off a little bit of Flutterpage. She's going to be doing quite a bit of damage on this team. I would run this with, Future Healer, but she's not quite out yet. And, I mean, she's powerful. But, we gotta show off some other characters, before we just start doing some Fatutu gaming all the time, right? And I didn't want to do Kakanya because, well, we all know Kikani is already goated. So we're gonna put in Babel. Babel has extra actions, right? So this is gonna be just as good. He's gonna help out. So in this team, I'm gonna focus on just keeping up Lopera's array, which she does extra actions, which helps out with Flutterpage. We have 37 in the back, who's just chilling, just loving the extra actions. And we have Babel helping protect the team. All right, so this is gonna be a fun, super fun run. And we'll go ahead and get the extra AP. And this fight shouldn't be too long. You'll see like Flutterpage will start popping off here pretty quickly. We want to keep up our incantation buff. All right, thank you, Babel. All right, now I do want to give everybody the incantation buff, so we're gonna ult here to the channel and then shoot it, and we'll go ahead and get 37 started a little bit. And on this, this is 360 and the Reverie. I showcased it in a video, pretty much just AoE down, which this team is going to be able to do. Again, just mainly looking for damage from 37 and Flutterpage. Now my 37 is Portrait, so she'll be doing a little bit of damage. But remember, my Flutterpage is only P0, the amped up Q. So every damage that she does is fully capable for you guys to be able to do. Once we get her ult going, that's when she'll really pop off. No, we should be fine. Let's just do this. All right, so we'll go ahead and get our extra AP for the next turn. 37 doing little things. We will eventually have to start wanting to even out the damage. All right. You can see 37 is now starting to stack some damage. We're gonna start targeting this one in the back. Go ahead and do this so we can get the extra AP. And go ahead and activate the ult just to get it out the way, extend it. Because that ult falls off and we have all these extra actions, I don't want to lose this bullet. Getting all this extra incantation might. Thank you, Lopera. You can see now Flutterpage is doing a little bit of damage. And she is in her final form. So yeah, she's gonna start popping off. So activate this. Let's get just a little bit of bullet action going. Actually. Trying to see how I want to do this. The channel. There we go. Maybe we can keep Babel. If we can hopefully keep Babel in her ult form as well to give us extra actions. Sorry. And we can keep up not only just 37, but Flutterpage. We're trying to keep her stacks pretty high, so we're at 25 stacks, and look at all that damage she's doing to the front statue. Yeah, we're about to take out 6. Oh my god. Okay, 37 is Portrait, so she's doing quite a bit of damage, and Flutterpage is just rocking this out right now. This is actually kind of wild. And I'm trying to attack this back one, but I'm just not as strong against it. It's really hilarious. Okay, they're smacking. Bro, look at that. This is kind of crazy. The amount of damage is kind of wild. A little nutty. Alright, do this for the... Actually, activate the ult. And we'll activate Babbles. I'm going to wait on 37s because I don't want to waste all of that Eureka. Now, hero definitely come the slow part. I had another character for the one I did before, and it was a little bit even with damage, but we just had to take out this back one. We were star mostly, so the back one didn't take as much damage. But 37 is actually still hitting like a truck. Mine is only P3 too. Like, she'll get another boost if she becomes P4. Like, my 37 does so much damage.
Yes, I got this.
Let me see.
Yes, I got this. I can do it. The connection between numbers.
Oh well.
From beneath the
Can't help.
water. Beyond the surfaces, and even the clouds.
All right, let's get Flutterpage going. She's about to start popping off a little bit.
Long animation and occasional indulgence. Fly, my numerical friends.
Follow up.
Fluidity and fluctuation. The hypothesis of truth.
This is a really good skin. I always like seeing this like whole scene. It's really cool. All right, I think we're almost done here. All we have to do is just now take him out. He's gonna start like reviving a little bit, but we're literally not worried. Yeah, 50, bro. Okay, 37 is kind of popping off. But as you can see there, add some follow-up teams. So this is another option if you don't have, or you're not planning on getting the healer for 2-2, which like you'd be kind of crazy not to. But for damage, now of course, 37 is portrait, so she did more, and her follow-ups hit, as you saw, really, really hard. But for a P0 Flutterpage going against a P3 37, this is still really good. Okay, like, and remember 37 has a lot more Genesis damage going on, so there's things that help her a lot more. But Flutterpage, if 37 were to be the P0 one and like Flutterpage would be the P3 one, it would be wild, right? We all know this, but this is a really good showcase. Just these two characters who are considered sub DPSs, right? Because they're only passively doing damage, and they're able to clear a stage with like all other just AoE. Really, really nice.